astrology video. We're talking about Aquarius Ascendant. So let's jump right in. So Aquarians, they tend to do things for shock value. You know, as soon as I think of them, I think of that lightning bolt. I also think about the revolutionists, or like the activists. Like, you know who comes to mind? But this is really like a dramatic way to paint them. Is like that guy from Menace to Society, the really preachy guy, the one that was all into Black Power and stuff. These people can really be into that, like I said, Black Power, or you know, whatever they believe in. Their form of activism is going to show. They're really about the underdog. This is collective energy, so that's why usually when you do see Aquarius sitting on the Ascendant, they're trying to do things that they feel like are going to better the group. Now with Pisces sitting in that second house, early life, early upbringing could have been somewhat unstable. Could have been different. Pisces being there, you know, Pisces is a quite unconventional sign. Just could have been from the parents. Parents could have been hippies. Parents could have been, you know, nomads. Parents could have smoked weed in front of you. Like, this is, you know, it could have played out in a lot of ways, but very early on, early upbringing was what could be deemed by most people on the outside looking in as unconventional, different. You have third house being Aries, a lot of fights with siblings. My nephews actually have this placement. They're twins, and they fight a lot. They fist fight, and sometimes it's play fighting, but yeah, like a lot of, even if it's just verbal banter going back and forth with Aquarius rising, you do tend to see them having a lot of rivalry with siblings. The fourth house represents the mom. Okay, so in the fourth house, we have Taurus sitting there. Mom could have just been very Venusian in a lot of ways, really refined, someone who enjoys like fine food, good food and drink, just the very like quality goods and resources and material, a beautiful home, a lavish home. These people, Aquarians, and they tend to take that with them and carry that throughout them with life. They love a nice house. They love a beautiful place. They like to furnish it, even like they like to decorate and make it look pretty on the inside. It really, you know, they could have picked that up from mom. Just the way she kind of the energy that mom put into contributed to the household in Aquarius upbringing really marks how they then nourish and furnish their own homes. In the fifth house, you have Gemini. So these people can surprisingly be the life of the party. Now, even though Aquarius ascendants, you gotta kind of work hard to get to know them. They're Saturn and Uranian ruled, so these aren't the most emotionally deep, emotionally warm planets, right? Saturn is traditionally more restrictive, so these people can tend to although they're very collective focused and very, you know, very about fellow mankind and just driving the collective conscience forward. On a personal level, you really got to dig deep. You got to work hard to have patience to get to know them. But when it comes to their fifth house being in the sign of Gemini, they can tend to be very talkative in the life of the party, surprisingly. And when they're in social settings, or when they're in settings where they have to kind of perform or be on stage or be Leo-like, you can't get these people to stop talking. They're very, very social because fifth house rules creativity, performance art, your expression, you know, so they can really shine in terms of communication at social events. They really can. In the sixth house, you have Cancer. So the Cancer is a very changeable sign. Sixth house, this is everyday routine. This is small pets. This is fitness. This is work, everyday work. So their job, their routine could be kind of up and down. It could be very fluid depending on their emotions, but depending on how they feel. They could spend a lot of time at home or work from home, and there could be a lot of distractions in the home as far as like small pets go, or they're mothering pets. They could be very nurturing with pets, very loving to their animals, very motherly when it comes to their fur babies. But going back to the changeability of their daily routine, like I said, it could be just very based in their emotions, how they feel. Similar to Mars and Cancer and Aquarius Ascendant is gonna, they also just experience a lot of ups and downs and upheavals in the workplace, and also can feel sometimes even victimized by people that they work with, because Cancer and energy, wherever Cancer is sitting in your chart, it can be that energy that I kind of tend to see is getting bullied on at times, or needing a little bit more extra attention and nurturing. So with work, these people tend to either attract mother figures or people that really want to nurture them and nourish their careers. They could even do this for others, or like I said, they could also have a lot of changeability going on with work, and just a lot of different workspaces. Just work could just change a lot. In the 7th house, we have Leo. So even though Aquarians are very, like I said, this is collective energy, more detached energy, not so passionate, their partners tend to be the opposite. Very passionate, very Leo, like very romantic, very doting partners, beautiful partners. They do care about looks. Aquarius ascendants, they care about what their partner looks like. They care about a partner that is just that is going to draw in attention, that just looks like a ball of light, that you see them and you're just like, oh wow, okay, I see you. Like, you know, they like that. They like to shine through their partner, through their business partnerships as well, because the sun, which is Leo, okay, it's going to represent, you know, that ego, like that form of expression. So for Aquarius ascendant, that form of expression is tending to go towards other people and public image. So they themselves could have a big public image. They could be someone who shines and just appreciate a partner who can hold their own in that sense as well. Or even with their business partnerships, they tend to attract people that shine and do pretty well in terms of the spotlight. In the 8th house, we have Virgo. That's the sex house. That's the other people's money house. Finances, sex, death, transformation. And then Virgos are very analytical, very nitpicky, very detail oriented. These are not, you always got to look at the chart to see the aspects, right? But we're just talking about the ascendant rising and where the houses fall based off of that. So with this, they can tend to be, strictly just based off of this, they can be very picky with their sexual partners. Very picky in terms of the occult. Very picky in terms of topics. Very like they want to know everything. They can be very big nerds in terms of 8th house things. So this could be astrology, this could be the occult, this could be sex. They could really want to know your body inside and out. They could also, like I said, just be very choosy about who they let into their bedroom and who they borrow money from. They're very discerning about loans and taxes, and they tend to be very meticulous and responsible when it comes to matters of money. In the 9th house, we have Libra. Okay, so these are very fair-minded, diplomatic thinkers and believers. They are very honest in the fact that they don't know everything, and they're very much so believe that getting knowledge is the responsibility of more than one person. Again, this is just giving me that indication of that collective group energy that Aquarians tend to bring. And you really see this as well with Libra sitting in their 9th house. It's like their belief system, it can be challenged. And they do respect other people to come in and bring in their input. And like I said, they're very honest about other people. They really are open to other people's contributions to what they think and what they believe. They're very much so not, they're not closed-minded, they're not stuck in one thing, and because of that, Aquarians are very smart. They tend to be very smart, Aquarius ascendants, because they're open to the knowledge, right? They're not assuming that they know everything, and that's very indicated with Libra sitting in their 9th house. Now in the 10th house, we have Scorpio. 10th house represents, you know, the reputation that precedes us, our public persona, our career. Okay, so with it being the sign of Scorpio, these people can be probing and take their position in the world super seriously. Okay, like their social media, they can be quite mysterious, or they just won't reveal everything. They could also come off very alluring. Okay, and they could attract an occult following, people that obsess over them, or people that just respect and love them. And also they could be come off as quite esoteric, into astrology, into the mysteries, you know, of human nature, the darker side of life. psychology, because these are all Scorpio-like things, right? Hitting that 10th house, which also represents your social media as well. Now, 11th house, we have Sagittarius, which is an awesome place to have. You know, Aquarian ascendants do tend to be lucky because of their groups, their organizations, who they associate with. This is their 11th house that Aquarius traditionally rules, with Sag going there. This is Jupiter going there. This is luck. This is gifts. This is friend energy. This is positivity. This is they tend to have friend groups that they gain luck from. The people that they're associated with tend to gain luck from them. There seems to be a level of wish fulfillment and even like honors and fame connected to the people that they end up connecting with on a very friend level. Because going back to the 9th house, with Libra sitting there, it's like their belief system and their relationships almost tie in, and it benefits them because they're relationship oriented. And again, you know, we really don't see Aquarians tend to be so selfish unless we're talking about them sharing their emotions with just openly. They tend to be very closed off, but when it comes to the collective, they're very much so here about the group and like trying to move people forward. Their closest friends, you know, people that they really believe in, or that are just mentally, or just they have the same belief system. Those people tend to really catapult them in this world. Also, we have in this finally in the 12th house, we have Capricorn. Okay, so that's Saturn in your 12th house, the house of the hidden, the ethereal, the spiritual world, subconscious, the dreamy realm, right? So you have on your ascendant already, Aquarius is ruled by Saturn, co-ruled by Saturn and Uranus. So it's like your physical body going into the 12th house. Your energy can get lost. You could be tired. You could have this very fluid energy level. Like you could be sleepy at times. You could like to spend a lot of time in the bed. Also, another indication of a real big interest in astrology, but mastering it, mastering the mysteries of, you know, the mysteries of the hidden. Okay, like you really want to dive deep and probe and uncover things that really tend to be out of your grasp. But again, this could also be an indicator of lower energy or energy levels that tend to spike and drop. You know, so yeah, that's all I have for Aquarius ascendant.